It just so happens that Canada's favorite twins are in the building. That's right, Tegan and Sara are here. Woo! We have a lot of very excited people. I'm not going to prolong this. I'm not going to make them wait any longer. We love them for their talent. We love them for the music. But most of all, it's just because they're just so damn adorable. And Amel, put your hands together for Tegan and Sara! How are you guys doing?
What an introduction.
How are you doing?
I feel like I'm at prom or something.
You got the blazer?
Yeah, this is probably what I would have worn to prom if I was cool.
How does this feel? Weird to be back and watch music?
Yeah, exciting. This brings back a lot of good memories.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had such an enthusiastic experience here, though. This is good.
They've been waiting. The moment we said that you were coming, the tickets went like that.
I like this youthful energy. I'm like a vampire. I want to suck it from you.
Yeah. Take it away.
Is that too racy?
It might be illegal. Store it in a bottle downstairs. Now, we got you here, and we got to talk about what's dropping on January 29th, where we're all going to be at the record store. We're talking about your new album, Heartthrob.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this album.
You know, we're really excited about it. It's our 7th record, which feels like I'm aging myself by saying that, but it's definitely our most pop kind of driven record, and it's definitely upbeat, but I also think that it's probably our most depressing record, so you can dance to it, you can play it at a party, but you can also lay in the fetal position and
just
think
cry
about somebody that broke up with you to it as well, so it's kind of got something for everybody, and I think it's really fresh, and I think it's still quintessential Tegan and Sara, so.
Yeah, when I was listening to I'm All Messed Up, I was underneath my desk.
You're sad,
Why?
right?
Why?
People cry when we play it live. They're like so emotional and they just stare at Sara. Sara's like up there, she's like a little bird and she's just like flapping her wings, singing away, and like people are just like crying, staring at her. It's quite magical to watch, so.
Okay, before we get into the music, where did the name Heartthrob come from? Because it's such a unique name and it's perfect for the album.
You know, Tegan suggested it and we thought it was interesting because generally Heartthrob is associated with men, and we thought that it was sort of a playful way of
like, not anymore.
Yeah, we were sort of
taking that back.
Yeah, we were taking it. We were taking it for ourselves because we were sort of like, we've always had this weird thing where we don't necessarily feel like heartthrobs or like sex symbols to people, but people.
Even seeing you say the word.
I know
sex
it feels
weird.
awkward.
I blacked out for a second.
I know she blacks out, but I think it's like it's our way of sort of trying to get comfortable with this idea that people think we're cute, and also this idea that we in our songs we're always the losers, we're always getting broken up with, we're always getting rejected, and I think that this record
not me.
I think this record is sort of our way of saying like we're empowered, like we're taking this back, like we really, you know, we're sort of like tongue-in-cheek, you know, having fun with it.
Yeah.
Well,
over the last couple years, last year specifically, you guys or David Guetta had your vocals on it. Is that kind of where this album led to? Were you listening to these songs and going, you know, let's get a little sunnier, a little happier?
Well, I mean, Sara and I, I'm sad to say it in front of so many young people, but we were born in 1980, so we grew up.
We're 80s babies. There's nothing wrong with that.
We're 80s babies, yeah. So, I mean, we grew up listening to Madonna and Pet Shop Boys and Duran Duran and Erasure and Cyndi Lauper, and so we grew up on pop music and dance music, and we've explored a lot of different sides, indie rock and indie pop, and you know, we even had days where we were more leaning towards folk early on in our career, and I just think it's been a natural evolution. I think pop music is really cool right now. There's lots of not so awesome pop music, but there's some really cool stuff happening. And I think for us, we always felt like we were writing pop songs. Some of our old music, like Alligator, Back in Your Head, I think these are pop songs. We just didn't apply pop production. And I think this time we have been doing this a long time, and we thought, why not try something different and keep our audience challenged and excited? We need to be challenged and excited, you know, to keep doing this. So it was sort of a hybrid, you know, plan that we put into action.
Well, it was something that you said that I read that I thought hit it spot on. You said, could I see this being played in an arena? Could I hear this on a teenager's iPod on the way to the, like on a bus?
Yeah.
And you guys are kind of almost stereotyped and pigeonholed by that indie rocker vibe. And was it hard to kind of break through that?
You know, not really. I mean, I think if we had tried to do this at a different part in our career, it would have felt maybe not as authentic. Like, you know, we have sort of been making these natural steps towards making more upbeat music and using a lot of keyboards and programming. We both do a lot of recording at home, and a lot of times the guitar isn't the first instrument that I'm, you know, jumping towards. And then working with somebody like Greg Kirsten, who did a lot of the record, he's working on like Kylie Minogue,
Kesha,
Lily Allen,
Dido,
yeah, like amazing stuff.
And then he'd also, just done the Shins record, so we were like
all over the place, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's kind of like, it's a pop record, but it's sort of like Tegan and Sara's version of a pop record, you know?
We're rewriting,
Yeah.
what pop should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're redefining the genre.
Slow down.
here.
Yeah.
Slow down, cool
We're
it.
starting our own movement.
Just bold, that's a bold step. Just
Well, since you guys dated yourself, and it's not my bad that if I bring it up, you guys have been doing this for 13 years, which sounds bad, but that's incredible. That's a measure of success by itself.
Thank you. Yeah.
Luckily for us at Much Music, we've been a part of the journey with you. Let's
So
see,
sad.
Let's
That's
see
what
if,
you're gonna do.
Let's see if you guys can remember this.
At this point, we can go so many different directions, and I think that our album reflects that there's a lot of different flavors on it. And
I think what they're most excited about is that they are the ones who keep telling us, you haven't found it yet, you haven't found your whatever, your styling or whatever. And that's what's exciting to us is like, we're only 19. I mean, how many 19-year-olds even know what they are anyways? Like, how many 19-year-olds know what they want to be when they grow up? And not very many of them. And they're basically saying, that's what you're supposed to be like. Don't know yet.
Now, as a very professional journalist, I won't talk about anything except for the facts there, but what was going on with the hair?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll look back in 10 years on this current haircut and I'll be like, what was I thinking? But
I don't even have to wait 10 years.
We kind of had a little bit
every
of,
6 months, I sort of look back at my haircut and I think, oh my God, intervention.
we kind of had a little bit of Bieber going on in that
Yeah, a
clip
little
there.
bit.
That's where Bieber got it from.
We're so young.
You already redefined pop.
Obviously.
It already happened, yeah.
This is the thing. I stole the hair from Linda Evangelista in the 80s, and then Bieber stole it from me, and now I'm stealing that back. I want it back now, you know? It's hard to see that. I feel like I'll have to talk to my therapist on the phone after this interview.
During that interview, you were talking about how the label was kind of asking you what sound you were looking for. What would you what kind of piece of advice would you, if you could go back in time and talk to yourselves?
I honestly would give us the advice to just continue on the track we were on. I'm so glad we did take kind of the slow road to get where we are right now, but I think that was important. I think in order to be taken seriously and to have the critical success that we've had and to have the respect that we have and to still like each other and like doing this, we needed to move at our own pace. And I think we've got to dip our toes in so many different genres and so many different experiences and travel and experience all of this at our own pace, and that's been so important. You know, and so I would just tell us to keep doing that. Then I would also be like, please, 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 please take off the puffy vest. Please go to a proper hairdresser. I tell Sarah to keep the blonde though. That looked great.
Oh, thanks.
I think it's right after that you went on Letterman with that headband.
Yeah.
We were cool in our own way, right?
People thought we were cool. I'm serious. This looks horrifying now, but it really, we were looking at pictures of ourselves from grade 10 today, and I want to just erase 8 years old to like 29. That's a huge, it's a huge
just one quick erase on the internet, restart it, we all get a fresh start. Wouldn't everybody love to have a fresh start on the internet? Just get rid of all of that?
Absolutely. Now it's funny because when people think of Tegan, they think of Sara. People think of Sara, they think of Tegan. But you guys live on opposite ends of the country. How do you make an album when you guys are so far away?
We do a lot of writing independently anyway, so even when we're living in the same city or we're working in the same city, a lot of times the initial songwriting process is something that we do completely solitary. So really when we get together to make records, we just pick a city. For this record it was Los Angeles, and we just go and we just hole up in a studio and work together. So
that's a tough city.
It's a tough city to write. It was
awful.
It was worse. It was the worst. Yeah.
It's only like 25 degrees.
Yeah. It's cool. It was like the worst day I had to wear like a long sleeve shirt. It was crazy. But no, it's really been wonderful. We spent over 10 years on different coasts. So it's worked. It's worked for us.
And now you're nominated for a Grammy.
Oh God. Thank you. Yeah. I got scared.
It's just amazing to say. It's amazing to say. It's great to hear.
I'm so glad that you said Grammy, because I thought you were going to be like, and now we have video from when you were in high school. Thank you to your friends who sent it in. Yeah, I was I just almost had barfed.
What we have right now is we announced on Monday our VJ search. So I want to know if maybe you missed your calling. We're about to throw to your video closer. Can you give us your best VJ impersonation and throw to your video? Okay. We'll count you down, all right?
Okay.
Make some noise for Tegan and Sara. 3, 2, 1.
We're not VJs, but we're trying to be. And I can't wait to tell you about this next video. It's called Closer. It's from this band, Tegan and Sara.
Wonderful.
They're so good.
So good.
Yeah.
I heard they had rad hair in the 90s.
They were awesome in
the
90s.
90s were wicked.
Check out their new video.